Some artists leave a mark on music. Others, like Paul Simon, shape its very foundation. Born in Newark, New Jersey, in 1941, Paul Simon grew up in Queens, New York. As a teenager, he formed a duo with his childhood friend Art Garfunkel, recording their first song at just 15. They called themselves Tom Jerry, yes, like the cartoon. But their real breakthrough came in the 1960s, when they rebranded as Simon Garfunkel. With poetic lyrics and harmonies that could stop time, they became the voices of a generation. Songs like The Sound of Silence, Mrs. Robinson, and Bridge Over Troubled Water weren't just hits, they were anthems. They captured the turmoil, the dreams, and the heart of America in the 60s. But Paul Simon wasn't done. After splitting from Garfunkel, he reinvented himself again and again. His solo career was a masterclass in evolution. From the folk-inspired Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard to the jazz-infused Still Crazy After All These Years, he proved that great songwriting knows no limits, and then came Graceland. In 1986, Simon took a musical journey to South Africa, blending its rich rhythms with his own storytelling. The album Graceland was more than a hit, it was a cultural shift. It introduced millions to African music, won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and became one of the greatest records ever made, and through it all, there was Saturday Night Live. Few musicians have been as intertwined with SNL as Paul Simon. He was there in 1975, on the second ever episode. He's been the host, the musical guest, the punchline, and the legend. Who could forget his Thanksgiving turkey costume? Or the moment he reunited with Garfunkel on that stage? At 80+ years old, Paul Simon's influence still echoes in music today. His lyrics are studied like poetry. His melodies still bring comfort, nostalgia, and inspiration. And even now, after a lifetime of music, he remains an artist in search of new sounds. As SNL celebrates 50 years, we're reminded that some things never fade: great songs, great stories, and an artist who, decade after decade, keeps finding his way back to the stage.